7, accreditation by assessment process. So the first step to this is you need to go to register your profile at our platform at this link. HTTPS double panggil apa titik bertindih //trainers.hrdcorp.gov.my/register/member. If you download this guideline, you can straight away click here. So this is the registration page. Okay. So that's the first step. The first step you need to do is to register your profile with us at this link at the TDMS platform. Okay, assuming that you have already completed your registration. So before I proceed further, there is a process to this. So when you register your profile with us here, you are required to fill up a few information. The important part is your IC number, your email address, and make sure to attach your TTT cert, because these three things are the things that we will look at to approve your registration. The process is this: you go to this platform, register your profile, you key in all the information, you register your profile, then that registration will go into our inbox. We will review registration. Let's say that all the information is there, especially the TTT cert, then we will approve your registration. Why we have this process is because this platform is designed only for active HRD Corp trainers. That's why we have this process. And again, the accreditation criteria is applicable and it is compulsory for only HRD Corp trainers. When I say only, it means that outside of HRD Corp landscape in Malaysia in general, it's not something compulsory. This is designed specifically for trainers who wish to conduct training under HRD Corp landscape. So this is the first step. You register your profile with us. Once you've done that, you acquire your full registration. We have already reviewed and approved your registration. So this is what you need to do. Item number 7.6, you need to submit a link to a video URL, a course outline, lesson plan, presentation slide, and the attendance feedback or the acknowledgement letter. All of this refers to one training that you have conducted, which meets our allowable course metrics. Okay, our allowable course metrics. The summary part of the allowable course metrics is outlined in item 7.9. The participant must comprise of adult, minimum 2 packs, maximum 25 packs, and the duration minimum is 4 hours. All of this is reflected to our allowable course metrics. So assuming you conduct training and let's say the number of hours is only 3 hours, assuming. From our side, we will query your application. We will ask you to upload a different training, which means a minimum 4 hours. Again, I would like to emphasize that the purpose of this is specifically for our active trainers under HRD Corp. So let's say if you conduct training under HRD Corp claimable courses or under the SBL scheme, automatically by right, you should have already fulfilled all of these requirements. Okay, by right, automatically by default, you should have already fulfilled this requirement because before grant will approve that training, they will refer to all of this. They will review this part first. Okay, so you conduct one training. What you need to do, you conduct a training which meets this requirement, and based on that training, you need to submit this supporting document. Okay, the video URL of the training, the course outline of the same training, the lesson plan, presentation slide, and the attendance feedback or the acknowledgement letter from training provider or employer. All of these, I firmly believe Encik Fauzan or Mr. Rusdi has already covered all of the critical part or the detailed parts, and we expect you to able to do this. Okay, for the link video, for the video submission, we have a guideline for this. Okay, so this is the supporting document. We'll go to Appendix A for the video requirements. The Appendix A is the final page. Appendix A outlines the requirement for the video submission. So, the first one, the training must be actual face-to-face training. Back in 2021 last year, we do allow online training, and we only allow submission until 31st December 2021 for online training. only until 31st December 2021. This is, of course, considering the MCO, SOPs, and the few numbers of MCO enforced. There were not much of face-to-face activities, even training, and almost all, if not all, the training online, remote online training. So based on that, that situation, that's why we set the consideration to allow online training submission up to 31st December last year only. Any submission right now and onwards must be face to face. Okay. However, when we lay out this guideline, it was before COVID hit us. We do also receive few applications whereby, as a trainer, understand that you need to fulfill the requirement of the participants. You need to fulfill the requirements of the employer. So let's say since last year until now, until 27 May 2022, all of your training have been online. And that is because of not your preference, but rather the participants or the employee's preference. Let's say that were to be the case, you can still use that the training session for accreditation assessment. But we would require a letter from the employer using the employee's letterhead to provide justification that they as a participant, as the paying customer, as the employer, still insist and prefer online training. Okay, the rationale of this is because when you submit the accreditation through assessment, we will forward to our panel assessors. We have 3 panel assessors. Despite the following sentence, we will be evaluated comprising of 3 HCOP lead trainers, and the panel assessors are the other TTT lead trainers who conduct our TTT course. So these are the lead trainers. From our experience and based from our analysis, when a participant submitted online training, there are few things which is not that visible, especially in terms of you deliver the training when you conduct the training. Face-to-face and online in terms of principle is the same. It is technically the same. However, the tools used might be different. So let's say you conduct a training face-to-face. For you to conduct a ice breaking or a assessment, it will definitely be different compared to online. And from what we see, when you submit online, the chances for you to fail is much higher. That's why, again, we highly emphasize for you to submit face-to-face training if possible. And that's why by default, based on this guideline, we never change or we never put the consideration of online training. That is for on a case-to-case basis and for our further consideration only. Okay, so the training must be face-to-face, and when you submit your accreditation by assessment, we will review from our side to ensure the supporting documents is okay, the video is okay, the sound is okay, in terms of everything is okay, then only we will forward to our panel assessors. Okay, in terms of the language, it must be either Bahasa Malaysia or English. We specify this because we do get application whereby it is in Mandarin. Please don't get me wrong. When we put this, it doesn't mean that we are saying that only this language matters. But at the moment, our panel assessors are only able to converse in these languages only. We don't have enough panel assessor to moderate or to assess Mandarin language at this point of time. So the language must be either Bahasa Malaysia or English. Item number 1 of Appendix A refers to the video requirement. The video must be 480p resolution. This is just a guideline, assuming that the resolution of your video is lower than 480, it is okay, as long as it is clear. We set this to ensure that you are aware that the video must be clear and must be able to be viewed from our panel assessor. That's number 1. Number 2, the audio must be clear. Number 3, the video must be shot from behind the class because it must include the trainer also and the participant. The reason being is because some of the activities conducted should involve the trainers, the participants. That's why we ask you to shoot a video from back of the class. Okay, item number 4. Item number 4, it is a courtesy to ensure that there is no issues in the future. Assuming you have already chosen a class that you wish to use for the accreditation submitted by assessment, before you begin shooting the video, recording the video, please make sure that you ask the permission of the participants. Okay, that we are, for the purpose of HRD Corp requirement for accreditation by assessment, we are required to submit video. So this is something that we are going to do. So if you don't mind, we want to record the session. Just a simple declaration. Number 5. Okay, this is very important. If we have taken out your imaginary highlighter, this is something that you should highlight. This is the requirement of the video. The video should be is broken out into 2 parts, 2 sessions. The first part must cover the first module and the opening. Must cover the opening and the first module of the training session. Okay, the minimum number of hours, the minimum duration is 60 minutes and maximum is 90 minutes. Okay, again, I repeat, the first part must cover the opening and also the first module of the training session. Let's say you are conducting a international marketing, for example, a training course on international marketing. So it must cover the what you call the opening, the ice breaking, the first part, and also the first module of training course. Minimum 60 minutes, maximum 90 minutes. So that is the first part. The second part is any other module within the same training. Also, the minimum minutes, the minimum duration is 60 minutes, and maximum is 90 minutes. So in total, by right, the minimum total number of duration for your video submission is 1 hour, and the maximum should be 3 hours. Means it's 60 plus 60 and 90 plus 90. So this is 2 hours, this is 3 hours. Okay. Any other modules, for example, international marketing, you have 6 modules, for example, assuming you have 6 modules. The compulsory part is the opening, the first part, the opening, also the first module. The second part, you can choose either module 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Up to you. We give you that flexibility. Okay. So this is one of the most important part for video submission. Number 6. Number 6 also something that you need to use your imaginary highlighter. We ask you, you are requested to upload only the video URL. Only video URL, because 60 minutes of video is very big. It might come up to 3 to 4 gigabyte for 480p resolution. So what you need to do is, this is very important to you. You choose a cloud sharing platform. You can use either YouTube or Dropbox or Google Drive. You park your video there and only share the link of the video in the TDMS, in the platform when you want to submit your application. That's it. You don't need to upload the full video, because again, it is going to be very heavy. It's going to consume space of the server from our end. Okay, so these are the 2 main important things for accreditation by assessment. Okay, finally, trainers are required to retain your digital copy for our what you call auditing, if necessary. So this is essentially, in a nutshell, that's it. That's all for accreditation by assessment. Quick summary: accreditation by assessment. This is eligible for trainers who acquire your TTT or exemption after 1st January 2021. You are also given a grace period of 6 months, not mentioned here. So for you to submit your accreditation by assessment, you need to submit these 5 things. Number 1, a link to the video URL, the course outline of the training, lesson plan, presentation slide, attendance feedback, or the acknowledgement letter from the TP or the employer. Okay, so this is the 5 things that you need to submit for accreditation by assessment. Since all of you have attended your TTT, I'm not sure whether all of you have attended after 2020. Assuming you have attended your TTT with Access Ideas in 2020 onwards, the accreditation fee is 150. That accreditation fee has already been embedded in your course fee. So what you need to do is, once you already registered your profile with us, you can email. Oh, it's not still here. That one is in the TDMS guideline. That one I'll touch later. So in a nutshell, this is all for accreditation by assessment. The accreditation fee by assessment is embedded in the course fee. So let's say you've already registered in TDMS, you want to apply for your accreditation by assessment, you don't need to repay the 150, but you need to notify us for our verification. So what you need to do is you email to tdu@alliancehrdcorp.gov.my. And also the subject, please insert the subject TDT 2021 or 22, depending the year you attend your TDT. Okay, this is the subject, and just request for advance payment verification. Okay, advance payment verification. From our side, we will verify that you've already made the advance payment, and then we will allow you to submit your accreditation by assessment. Please do take note, this email is being overwhelmed by a lot of queries. It will take some time. We do apologize for that, but at the moment, this is the situation. We are expanding our manpower, but at the moment, this email is going to take some time, to be frank with you. Okay, but this is something that you need to do. Why we have this step is because you might have already given us your email address before, but that email address might not be the same with the one that you used to register in TDMS. For example, you registered in Latte before, that email you might have changed to something else, or that email might have been deactivated. That's why we have this step, to ensure that this email address is tied to this advance payment. That's why we have this process. In the future, we will try to simplify this process in the future. So this is the first step. Sorry, the second step. The first step is to register your profile. You've done that, acquired the full registration, acquired approval from our side. You already attended before, you already prepaid the accreditation by assessment fee. Notify us for us to verify your advance payment, and then you can submit your accreditation by assessment. So this is the second part.